What is up, everybody? Coach Kyle here, and this is a training log of sorts, and it's talking about, or I want to talk about my experience over the last couple weeks working with a nutrition coach, and I'm looking to lose 5% body fat or so. I mean, I've been basically the same weight, 155 plus or minus a few pounds depending on the day, for the last decade or so. It's been a while. I've tried here and there over the years to lower my calorie intake a bit. Something else I'd like to do is up my protein intake a bit, and I just can't do it on my own. So I invested in somebody to help me get this done. I wish I would have done it sooner, obviously, but I mean, why I'm doing it is mainly for racing, running goals. Just to, if I was 10 to 12% body fat versus 17% body fat, I would probably run faster. So that's my main goal, is for my upcoming my spring marathon. There's a little bit of a physique thing there, but that's a very small part of it. It's mainly just to run a little better. But over the last couple weeks, things I've experienced were that we have a calorie goal for me. It's about 2,200 calories a day. That we found that goal by plugging in my height, weight, age, gender, and then a rough physical activity amount, and then anything more than that amount, roughly an hour a day, is extra bonus. And so over the last couple weeks, we just had Christmas, so there's thanks to my father-in-law and my mother, there's just treats all everywhere. But so far it's been really eye-opening on how much I have been eating, up until this point. So I logged my calories, my food, for a week or so before starting my diet. We'll call it a diet, and I'm basically eating the same things, just a little less and a little more protein. So I tracked my calories before starting my diet and over the last couple weeks, and the main thing I've noticed is that I'm eating about 500 less calories during the day since investing in a nutrition coach versus doing it on my own, or versus my general habitual diet. And not saying that diet was unhealthy. It's full of 99% good food, healthy food, but I was just eating in excess, or I was, obviously I was eating baseline because I haven't really gained or lost weight in years. But since over the last couple weeks, I'll do a body fat analysis sometime in the next week or so, but I don't expect much or any change, after 2 weeks. My weight has remained pretty much the same. I was 152 something for the first time in months or maybe years, but my body fat will probably be the same. It doesn't change much over 2 weeks, but I'm definitely eating less calories and definitely eating more protein. Now my protein intake is, depending on the day, it could potentially be double what it would eat if I wasn't trying. And seitan is the number one part of that. A loaf of seitan cut into 6 pieces, it's like 40 grams of protein in one of those 6 slices. That's a lot of protein. So that helps a lot with upping my protein intake. And having a calorie goal for the day does a lot for decreasing my calorie intake for the day. So I hope that even this simple change, habitual change over time, for 1, 2, 3, 4 months, going towards my goal marathon, will lead to some fat loss. That's the main goal here. So it's definitely even though I don't expect much weight or body fat change just from a couple weeks, there's definitely been a very tangible, noticeable difference in my calorie intake. And with all these treats along, we went home to my parents' house for a few days for Christmas, and I didn't have a single goodie. I mean, I ate food, but I didn't have, a candy bar or a brownie or a cookie, not a single one. And it was great. It was totally fine. I've dreaded going back home for Christmas in the past because I know my mom has all these goodies around. And I know that once I eat one, I just eat. And I didn't do that this time. And it was awesome. Makes me feel good. So my calorie intake has definitely gone down. Protein intake has definitely gone up. So, just keeping this happening over time is the main goal. And I have very little doubt that will result in positive body composition changes. And with that increased protein intake, better running. So that's the update. So far, so good. No real numbers right now, but just the experience has been extremely positive. So that's what I got. I'll check in a week or two. I'll have some numbers for you, and so that's it. Hopefully. Oh, I'll have some before and after pictures eventually as well. So I found my before pictures. But let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts or questions, and I'll see you in a week or two with a training update again. Have a good rest of the day, and let me know if you have any questions or comments.